This is April 24th, 2018, wrapping up today in sports. Things started off bleak today in Toronto as some jackass in a van decided to run over a bunch of pedestrians, killing at least 9 people, injuring several others. Later that night, people in Toronto got a chance to stand up and unite and single Canada in a powerful moment before the Maple Leafs took on the Bruins. Bruins threw everything they could at Frederik Andersen in the first period, but could not get through. 17 shots on goal. They finally broke through early in the second period, but Toronto quickly answered 35 seconds later on a goal by William Nylander. And then the Maple Leafs went on to win the game as Mitch Marner scored in the second period and Thomas Plekanec added an empty net goal. We are going to a 7th game. And the Bruins just absolutely can't believe it. The way they dominated the series early, it's anyone's game now, and the Bruins will just have themselves to blame if they blow this. I mean, Tuukka Rask's performance in Game 5 was pathetic. Anderson's been strong lately, and after the Bruins just took it to him the first 2 games, and really just controlled the whole series. It's just a stunner that this is going to a 7th game. One series not going to a 7th game will be the Blue Jackets. They had a 2-0 series lead, all the momentum, all the emotion, and they let the Capitals up. The Capitals, yes, the Washington Capitals actually rallied to win a series, which is actually surprising. Of course, it was against the Blue Jackets, the only NHL franchise that has never, ever won a playoff series. Just think about this. Think about this. The Houston Texans have won playoff games. The Cleveland Browns, although this incarnation has never won a playoff game, have won playoff games. NBA. Even though it's kind of cheesy, the Hornets have won playoff games because they got back their old history. The Pelicans just won a playoff game for the first time. Although that's a little twisted and jumbled. Every Major League Baseball franchise has won a playoff series. And the NHL, we have an expansion team this year. The Vegas Golden Knights win the playoff series. But the Columbus Blue Jackets, 0-4 in the playoff series. They've almost been around 20 years. Pathetic. Pathetic. And Alex Ovechkin had a big game today. 2 goals. And now it's Capitals Penguins again. Do the Capitals have a chance? Hell no. Capitals never, ever play well against the Penguins. It's just a story as old as time goes by. A kiss is still a kiss. And the Penguins beat the Caps as time goes by. NBA tonight, Houston Rockets, after losing Game 4, faced the Minnesota Timberwolves, looking to get back in control of the series. And after a close first half, exploded for 50 points. 50 points in the third quarter. Unbelievable performance. James Harden, who struggled the last 2 days, scored 36 points to lead away as the Rockets blasted the Timberwolves 119-100, and now have a 3-1 series lead going home for Game 5. The Thunder, meanwhile, who won Game 1, were looking to get back and even the series after the Jazz won the last 2. Instead, they came out and just gave an embarrassing performance. Embarrassing. As the Utah Jazz won 113-96, things got ugly. There were some fights, some shoving. And so it's going to be interesting to see if there's any fallout perhaps for Game 5, as Utah Jazz have a 3-1 series lead, and the Thunder will need to find a way to rally. I mean, where was Russell Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony? Whew. Brick by brick, Carmelo. Brick by brick. And that's not the good thing in basketball, because you were laying bricks all night long. Baseball, Mets are off. They begin a 3-game series in St. Louis on Tuesday. Yankees absolutely hammered the Twins as Giancarlo Stanton perhaps broke out of his slump with an absolute bomb of a home run going 4 for 4. Miguel Andujar continues to collect extra base hits. He's just on fire right now, batting over 500 in his last 7 games. We got the Dodgers beating the Marlins 2-1. The Cincinnati Reds actually won a game, beating the Braves 10-4. It was the Indians' 2-1 winners over the Orioles. Athletics beat the Rangers 9-4. Rangers are 3-1 at home. Ouch. White Sox got a pair of home runs from Jose Abreu to beat the Mariners 10-4. It was the Angels blanking the Astros 2-0. It was the Padres pounding the Rockies 13-5. And the Giants beating the Nationals 4-2. Today's 3 stars are Alex Ovechkin with his 2 goals in the Capitals' clinching win over the Blue Jackets. James Harden with 36 points for the Rockets. And Giancarlo Stanton, who went 4 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs with 3 runs scored. Maybe this is what wakes his season up. Today's birthday shout-out goes to one of the best fielding shortstops of all time, Omar Vizquel, who turns 51. And we take a look back to 1963, when the Boston Celtics won their 5th straight NBA championship. They were in the middle of a decade of dominance that will never be matched. So check out the full story of Barstool Sportsnet Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Be sure also to go check out this week's Allow Me to Be Frank, which will be dropping Tuesday with Stu Feiner. This is probably one of the funnest shows we've done. Stu is always a riot, so you got to listen to this. It's Frank and Stu with Brenda and Sawyer. It's just an absolute... it felt like I was only on there, did it for 20 minutes. Next thing you know, it's an hour. It's just, your time will go by like that. I guarantee it. Listen, Allow Me to Be Frank. Good day.